objective, teach systems thinking. You don't get to see this drawing either. And for that, people can go to systemsthinking.dev, which is on the sticker. And so we want a sample app. And we want this sample app to simulate a system somehow, right? Because that's fun.
And at the same time, we are illustrating systems by the app itself.
Right. We're going to use the app to talk about systems, like to use the app at a meta level. We need
Yes.
like code examples and pull request examples. So we want a piece of software for that. And then while we're making a piece of software, we might as well make the piece of software talk about systems directly.
Sure.
And in particular, the systems that we're, I don't want to say focused on, focused around, is a software team.
Yeah, because it's one that we know well.
And it's one that people really want to figure out how to work better.
Yeah.
And so we have this web app. All right. It is deployed on Netlify, as you can see. The first thing I do in any new project is to deploy it. So I deployed this with a README.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Step
1, deploy.
right.
Step
My
2,
objective is not works on my
everything
laptop.
else.
Right. Step 2, make an app. So I've gotten as far as getting it deployed, and you can see that there's a web app. You can look at it has source. The source says turn on JavaScript. Would you format this? Really? Really? I don't know why it's so dumb. The source says turn on JavaScript.
Is this going to be a cussing stream or not a cussing stream?
Cussing stream.
Okay. Shit, yeah.
Okay. I'm working on software. It has to be.
I suppose.
But you can see the structure of the thing dynamically in the inspector. Okay. So here, I would like to, would you like B? Can't move over there. Be here. Okay. So now we can see this. I have it. The circle is part of an SVG. Okay, I have it like a dynamically rendered SVG.
Okay.
And the one thing that it does two things now. It does two things. One is when you click on the circle, okay, it gets smaller and bigger.
Okay.
Now that is accomplished with the CSS transition.
Okay.
Which CSS is hard, so I'm proud of that.
Okay.
But the other thing that happens is that it prints something to the console. Now, one thing I've learned about consoles, see that number 7?
Yes.
Watch this. 8, 9, 10. When you print the same thing over and over, it looks like you printed nothing unless you look at that number.
Got it. Yes.
That has frustrated me before.
Yeah, I believe you.
Okay. So now the code.
So the idea is to have a little bit like this is a little bit like the ultra simplified SimCity, but for software development, right?
Yes. It's also based on the very famous and painfully enthralling, for no good reason, cookie clicker game.
I tried to cookie clicker yesterday, and I did not get it. Could you give me a quick demo?
Sure. Let's go to cookie clicker. There it is. Cookie clicker. It is not secure. It's okay. It's only imaginary cookies. Okay, this is actually my game from yesterday. It came back up.
Wow. You okay. So 6 billion cookies
Right.
48,000 million cookies per second.
Yes, I observed that it only generates cookies while it's running in the browser.
Okay.
You harvested one sugar lump. I don't know what to do with the sugar lump yet. But the point is not really, I mean, I can click and I'm now getting a million cookies per click, but it's all about your cookies per second, man. And so I have 111 grandmas going on.
Okay.
Um, and this many farms. Those lumps are farms. Anyway, so you use the cookies that you get by initially clicking to buy things like I can get another wizard tower. Boom. And my cookies per second increases.
Wow.
Um, and so then you get cookies even faster. Now I'm getting 1.6 million cookies per click, but you don't really click after a while. You
You
instead spend
you
your time.
automate the cooking.
Yeah, all of this is automating clicking. The
Okay.
cursor is literally automating clicking, more clicking, auto clicks once every 10 seconds.
Okay, so we want a game that is to software development what Cookie Clicker is to actually making cookies, which is to say
Yes,
vaguely related.
yes, it's thematic. So things that I like about Cookie
Right.
Clicker. One, when you click on the cookie, it's kind of satisfying. Um, oh, that is that stupid. Oh, I actually got the stupid reindeer that time. Okay. Um, oh no, I think I may
Is
have
there
used my sugar lump. Oh,
is is there a limit? Do you like run out? Do you use the entire world supply of flour and then there are famines all over?
no, no. So one thing about Cookie Clicker is there's no loss, there's no negative. And our feature clicker software game will start out that way as well.
Yeah.
But I think later we'll wind up, you know, you're not like your inventory of cookies isn't costing you anything, whereas inventory of software capabilities is very expensive.
Yes.
Um, so that eventually feature clicker will not be as happy as cookie clicker. But one thing that I noticed about the game is that at the very beginning, um, let's open another browser, Chrome, or I could have done a sneaky hiding tab. So if I go to Cookie Clicker here, um, where I don't have a game in progress.
Okay. This is where I got stuck, by the way.
Hmm. So here we go. On this one, we're Happy Biscuit. On the other one, I'm Cute Sausage.
Okay.
So you start by clicking and you get a couple cookies.
Okay. So now you have 6 cookies. Now what do you do?
See, I have 29 cookies. I can use them to buy a cursor, and then the cursor starts clicking for me.
What
There it
what
is.
what
Every 10
metaphor
seconds,
is
it
this?
clicks for me. Well, the metaphor is do you spend your time on feature work, click, 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 how fast can you make cookies? Or do you spend your time on making and
Structure.
clicking more on structure? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
structure is like, do I sit there and deploy my software every time I want to release it? Do I actively do something by working harder? Or do I write a script?
And we'll need to simulate the friction of what you said earlier. The more features you have, the harder it
Hmm.
is to develop. We need to simulate that friction and then
Yeah,
have some way of investing in the structure to reduce that friction.
right. So then
Okay.
there's like new methodologies or something that if I get this up to 100 cookies, I can buy this thing. The mouse and cursors are twice as efficient. I mean, that's a silver bullet right there.
Yeah.
Suddenly,
Yeah.
everything you do is twice as valuable. And now my cookies per second goes up, and every click is 2 cookies.
Got it.
You see how the analogy to software?
I see it.
Do you
Now we're
just
getting
press
two.
forward, or do you spend your
Do we go get a grandma?
resources, a nice grandma, to bake more cookies?
Now
Here's the
that
grandma.
cost us something.
Oh my gosh, she has a name.
Ruby
Right.
Rose, age
So
79.
so a place where software and cookie clicker are different is that when you produce value in the form of cookies, you get to spend that value. You get to reinvest, right? So this is like your
Yeah.
R&D. So there is no, as far as I can tell, this game doesn't have any like distribute the cookies button. Distribute the cookies to pay my salary. All
Okay.
cookies get reinvested in things like grandmas and cursors, um,
Yes.
and rolling pins.
Yes, and in the actual software world, you deploy features and then you make more sales, and then later on you have more money or you attract more investment because you're growing or you have actual money in the bank.
And then you hire more developers.
Right.
So you use some of the value produced by your software to increase your software
Value.
potential,
Yeah.
your potential value.
Right.
Right. So it maybe at some point we'll incorporate that, but initially, feature clicker. Right now, it only has features. We haven't made the button for invest in structure and behavior
Right.
buttons
So
here.
so what,
All
like
we
the
have is the
first,
effort.
right. So the first thing we need someplace is a counter, the equivalent of the cookie count.
Right. So work on features is going to increase capabilities.
Yeah.
Right. So I want capabilities over here to be represented by like a value per second that our
Yeah.
software is generating.
Oh, okay. So I was going to suggest a smaller next step, which is
Oh,
just know how
honey,
to
it's our
just
next step is can we get a freaking test working?
okay.
You
Okay.
can tell that I've been working on this for a while.
No, you haven't been working on this. You've been working on OBS and Twitch and
That's only
Zoom.
for the last 2 hours. I've spent the last day trying to get um, a JavaScript framework with tests that I can work.
Okay. Well, we could also write our own, which is what I usually end up doing.
um, I
Because
don't
like,
write my own JavaScript framework. I'm not going to manually update the DOM. I'm too far into modern web development for that.
oh well, you can just print stuff to the console.
Well, I mean, I do some of that.
Okay. But whatever. No,
Okay.
it's fine. It's fine. If you've got it, if you've got the next step, let's do the next step.
So let me explain my thought process for there.
Okay.
So therefore, I have an objective of a web app. Um, and in
Which we've achieved.
particular, hmm?
We've achieved that. We
Yes,
have a
but I have some requirements for my web app. I
okay.
need to be able to write it in TypeScript because I just can't stand it. Um, Nobody writes vanilla JavaScript anymore. I mean, you do. You
I,
write JavaScript, but you write in one JavaScript and then translate it to a different JavaScript for the browser,
okay.
because every browser is different and some of their JavaScripts are old. So JavaScript is entertainingly both a runtime language and a programming language, but you don't program in the same one that you send to the runtime.
Yep.
That would be too restricting. And in particular, I like to program in TypeScript. Um, so that's for my own aesthetics. Just drives me nuts not having types. Kind of the way it would probably drive you nuts if we didn't do TDD here.
Oh, I am remarkably flexible, but
Okay.
I just want short feedback loops. That's what I care about.
Hmm. Okay. Well, it does live reload. So if you want to skip
Okay.
tests, we can do that. Uh, because what I've been struggling with lately is um, being able to write tests. Now, I do think we want to write tests. The other thing that I came into this choose an architecture kind of thing um, is uh, reactive. I want to use functional reactive programming for this because it's totally built for this. So we have work on features. What I want that to do, can you see the annotations on Zoom?
Yes, I can.
Okay. What I want that to do is feed into capability. Um, and that's going to be measured in value per second.
Okay.
And then that is going to be money that's constantly increasing over time.
Okay, so we need a bank account balance.
Yeah, that's a stock.
Well, I mean, it's increasing, and except, no, I mean, it should be increasing because of the money we get in from the software, but it should be decreasing based on the salaries of the people.
Yeah, someday we'll work in the cost of software to reduce the net. But right now, this is revenue.
Okay,
It's not even
fine.
revenue. It's like it might be internal value.
Yeah, no, this
It's
is
just
just our bank.
total value generated over time.
Right. So we implement a feature, and now the value per second goes up by $1,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
then
And then
we
that
can
keeps
just sit
increasing.
there
Yes.
and watch the bank account go up and up and up and up forever
Right.
until we retire.
Right. And then we'll add, um, this is behavior and structure improvements. I'm going to abbreviate that as infra, um,
Okay.
which is really only just one element of it. Actually, you can't even tell. I'm going to abbreviate that as some scratchy pink lines.
Yeah.
Um, but what that does is um, when you increase that stock of infrastructure work done, that increases the rate at which your feature work increases the capabilities.
Okay. So I was thinking in terms of game dynamics, maybe you can only click the circle once every
Which circle do you
X
mean?
seconds. So you can click all you want, but you're not going to get another feature for 10 more seconds.
Um, I mean, okay.
And then the more features you have, which should be listed here, the more features you have without having clicked on the infra button, the longer that takes. That's the dynamic.
Uh, the slower the are you making a bottleneck?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to be able to just click features. Unlike Cookie Clicker, I don't want to be able to just sit there and click feature, 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 feature.
Well, you
And
can. You can sit there and currently in you can sit there and click it all day. But if you work on your behavior and structure a bit, um, you'll get +2 instead of +1 every time you click on work on features.
okay, so maybe I'm making a pedagogical point. Maybe we need to just change the code to do something, and then I
Right?
can
Can't learn about
open
software
my
without changing
Yap
it. Okay. I
again.
wanted
Okay.
to like draw something like this to tell you why I want this to be a functional reactive
Ah,
architecture
okay, yes,
because
yes. You had a
there
point, and I
there
missed it.
there is this is totally the canonical problem for a functional reactive system.
Uh-huh.
Um, value per second reacts to work on features dependent on the work on structure and behavior. Um,
Structure,
structure.
what you called infra, and I will continue to call structure just because
Um,
I'm
and
like that.
you could work on behavior, and that would also help by like learning stuff. But
Well, by behavior, the distinction I'm making, and again, this is maybe a irrelevant point. I mean features. The behavior of the system
oh, the
as
behavior of the
observed by the
software. Oh, I thought you meant my
as
behavior.
no, 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 no.
Clearly, I need to work on my
That's
behavior, and then I'll be
that's
able to
part of
produce more
structure. We
features.
all do. Absolutely. Whew. Okay, let's make a change to the software to make
Um,
it slightly more like what we want it to look like.
okay. Right. Right. So currently, what the software looks like is you click here and you get stuff in the console,
Yes.
and
Okay, so
it has some objects on it.
let's cause that to show up on the screen. Is that an easy thing to do
Uh, it's
instead of the
how do you want
console?
it to show up on the screen?
'Cause you told me functional reactive,
Okay.
and
What do you want
since
it to
I'm
look like on the screen?
a number, I would like a
A
number.
number. Okay. Let's put a number. That's a great idea. We can visualize value per second for now as a number. Annotate clear. Clear the drawings. Do it. All right. Go away. back to VS Code. Okay. We want to put a number on the screen.
Yeah. Can we just
Um,
put a number?
yeah, let's go. That I generated a view project. I tried this in Angular, by the way, but I hate Angular with such a burning passion that I really wanted to throw my computer across the room. Um, and so I switched to
Suboptimal.
Vue, which I still struggle with, but I don't hate with all my might.
Okay.
Um, Vue is uh, Vue can be used as a minimal framework, and Angular absolutely cannot. Angular is an entire world. You
Okay.
have to fly to its planet, and I don't like its planet. Its planet has animals that attack me. Okay,
Planet Angular. Okay.
so here is this SVG tag,
Yeah.
and it has the do feature work circle in it. And we
Okay.
want to add a number, and
Yeah.
it will be called the capability um, uh, stock. It's a stock. How much capability do we have?
Okay.
Okay. Um, let's
Thank
just
you.
put a number on the screen to start with.
Yeah.
All right. Um, I think to do that, uh,
Now, do we need a new class called capability stock?
yeah, yeah, we'll
I'm
make a new
guessing.
component called capability stock.
In- okay. I have
And
about a
okay,
bajillion questions, and I want to see something change on the screen.
right.
So I'm gonna shut up until that has happened.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure there's got to be a generator for this, and I don't know it. Now I'm going to start walking the chat because people might. Oh, hello, Trigot. People might actually say things that are useful.
Hmm,
Um, but
Already done.
let's just copy this one. Control A C. I love these .view files. This is new from the last time I tried to do anything with .view. Um, you get a template where you can put some HTML. You get a
Okay.
script tag where you can put some JavaScript. And what your JavaScript has to do, oh, and then you get this style scoped tag where you can put CSS. So it puts all these things, the JavaScript, the HTML, um, and here we're going to have some text, and it's going to be a 4.
Yep.
I think that's the right thing for, yeah, text. And then there's a position. We'll move it later.
Okay.
Um,
Let's just see where the four shows up. Should it
yeah,
show
let's
up
see where the
now?
4 is. Should it show up now? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, okay. Let me make this actually compile. Capability stock. Um, skip the arguments and make the class empty. Okay, so we have an empty component, capability stock, with a template of text 4, and that's it. Let me try running the live server thing. It hates me
Yeah. Personally.
because I'm in the wrong directory. Okay, npm run serve. I have this feature clicker repo in our systems thinking-dev organization, but when I go to view and I'm like, make a new thing, it puts it in a subdirectory. Fine, someday I want a backend, it can be in a different directory. Okay, your service is running. Let it start up, and then it'll give me a link. Come on. Oh, this was faster when I'm not running Zoom and OBS, by the way.
On the same machine.
Yeah, but I
Right.
bought this computer so that I could do these 3 things. Oh, and Docker. I mean, I run Docker to do the um, development anyway, but I wanted to be able to run all of these things. And so I bought this ThinkPad, and it is physically capable of doing it, which is more than I can say for my Surface Pro. Okay, work on features. There it is.
Where's the
Um,
four?
where's the 4? The 4, I don't see the 4. Oh, look, we have an error.
That's good.
Okay, so I've screwed something up. It said something about do work money. Oh, great. That appears nowhere. Thanks, View. I don't know. Let's try like a build. Maybe that'll clean it out. I don't know. Okay. I saw this do work money error. which was the name I had for a variable, because a lot of things use money at the end of a variable name to indicate that this is not the thing, it is an observable of the thing. It is a
Okay.
stream of values for the thing. Um, and so I tried to use that, but there was some place that actually it was fine on the in the web app, but it was not okay in the tests. So I was like, fuck it, we don't need the fucking money sign, and took it off. Um, okay, now maybe the serve will work. So I'm guessing there's since that doesn't appear anymore anywhere in. Oh shoot, I've got regex on there. There it is. Okay, click is do work. It's not that anymore. Okay. All right, probably wasn't out of date. It actually did appear in there once I stopped. This is why you don't put dollar signs in variable names, people. They're special characters. I don't care if JavaScript accepts them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just both programming and a meditation.
The banjo is meditative. All right,
Let me know
back
if you need.
here.
Let me know if you need a banjo break.
Always need banjo. Whoops. Okay, it's starting up. I probably have 8 of them now. Yeah, I'll look at them all. Oh, also cookies. I don't need cookies right now. Give it up. Okay. Here it is again. I still don't see the 4, but we have that. Okay. Refresh. Let's see if we still get an error. We still get a WebSocket connection, but we do get the God stuff. I don't know what's up with that. This WebSocket connection thing is telling me that it might not automatically reload like it usually does.
Okay.
There might be a problem with the automatic updates as the live reload.
Okay. I have a question.
Okay. All right. What's your question?
Sometimes when I do a thing and it doesn't work, I look for an even smaller step.
Mm-hmm.
Can we go back to where we're building this screen and our where we called out the capability stock, the caller?
Yeah.
Can we just
Just
replace
put a
that
4.
with? Can we just replace that with the 4?
Okay, that was here.
Yeah.
This needs renamed, by the way. Hello world.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
Let's
put
just
that
put
on,
a
I'll
4 in
put
here.
that on the
Okay,
fun list.
text 4.
Yeah, like that.
Text. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, hit save. It rebuilds things.
So
It's
how quick can
supposed
we
to
do
live
that?
reload.
All right.
We can check on that by if we inspect this. We find work on features. Okay. This inner SVG is the one thing. Oh, there it is. There's the 4. It's up there behind the border.
So was it always there and we just couldn't see it?
I didn't find it in here last time, but I'm not
Oh,
sure.
okay.
But I was also, I might have been looking in the inner SVG. But let's put the 4 someplace where we can see it. I
Yeah.
think we just need to say like x equals 400, y equals 200.
Okay.
And then let's see if that puts it someplace we can see it. There it is.
Okay. Woo!
Okay. Now, I'm not going to worry about moving it anywhere else until after we put it into the capability stock.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Hold on. I can't stand it.
What can't you stand? Can you add? Okay, so here's yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm just going to do that one. We have a 4. We have a number. All right. Okay.
All right. So now one way of proceeding would be to replace that text right there with the capability stock. But another way of doing it would be to add the capability stock. Yes, like this.
Yeah. Okay. And let's see if we get another 4.
Yes.
That
correct.
4 would probably be up in the corner again.
Yeah.
I don't see that 4. So
But even our first, did our first 4 go?
Oh, It does say capability stock.
but we can't see where it is.
You know what I didn't do?
What didn't you do?
So it left it as capability stock in the HTML tags, which is wrong. It should have been translated into the template for the capability stock.
Oh, okay. Well, that tells us something.
You have to tell Vue where to find its subcomponents.
Okay.
Capability stock from / capability stocks. What?
Miss semicolon, line 17.
Wants me to say .view there and semicolon. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What's your problem?
Now what does it look like?
Now what does it look like? Okay.
I like your nya.
I think there might be a 4 there now. Look, my cursor changes. I think there's a 4
Yeah.
up here.
Yes, I see just the 2 pixels worth of it. Okay.
Okay.
So now we can get rid of, no, now we can, let's move it to someplace we can see it.
It's this 4. Okay, and let's make it a different number. Let's make it not 4.
Okay.
So that I can tell it from the other 4.
Perfect.
Actually, what did I change in do feature work? Oh, I took that stupid dollar. Okay, hold on. That was actually a bug fix. I need to put that in a separate commit. Okay, I'm really anal about Git history.
I am in a very different way.
Okay, git add dot git commit -m a component for the number. All right, there's that. Now we wanted to change the number. Open the capability stock. We make it a 6 and a class struct capability quantity. And then I can put the stuff. Now I can do this down here. So when you find the capability quantity, but only in this little segment, I don't know how it does that, but that's really cool. Then we can say X 500, Y 100.
Okay.
Comma.
I'm gonna put a better layout here on my fun list.
Oh, great. Oh, okay. Yeah, I usually let the layout go until I find I'm not having fun anymore because it's too ugly.
Yeah.
And then I spend the time on the layout because I actually find that spending the time on the layout makes my development more specific.
Yeah.
Is that
So
your fun list?
I just always have an index card so that the switching cost of like writing down, I need to remember X works because my memory is not 100%.
Okay, so we're trying to do something.
Pretty good.
Right, we made a 4. Now have we made a 6?
Now we made a 6 in a different spot.
Did the compilation work? Let me flip over to that. It's probably like, you use semicolon, you use single quotes. No, it's ESLint isn't yelling at me. I see the 4.
There's the 6.
It is
I mean,
6.
But the position is not updated.
Yeah, elements. Here's
Can,
element
can you can you edit the position manually?
No, I did put a dot. Can I edit the position manually? Oh, that's a great idea. That's an excellent idea. Yes. There it goes. X 600, Y 100.
And it didn't move.
Did the oh why did it move? Weird. Now it happens that I have the 4 at the moment, not the 6, but there it is. Okay, X 500, Y 100. It's not. It's actually right there.
Okay. So it did set those, and setting those didn't have the effect we expected it to.
Right, because if we look at the 4, set the 4, x equals 400, y equals 200. It's right there. Okay. Maybe
That's in a different spot, right?
it is in a different spot. Maybe this doesn't work as a CSS property. Maybe it only works as a direct property on the SVG. Whatever, browsers.
So we can test that assumption. Wait. Go back to the browser. Now edit right there.
Good idea.
As soon as you make an assumption, test it.
Good idea. There's the 6.
What?
Get over there. That looks great there.
Awesome. Okay, now write the program to cause that to happen.
Right. So we'll just put that here.
Do you mind that level of coachy kind of?
No, I love it.
Okay.
Okay. There's the 6. There's the 4. It's reloading. It's still there.
All right. All right. Now let's get rid of the 4 because we know that that's wrong. Oh wait, you commit.
Yeah. Thanks.
If we had a TCR loop set up, that would have already happened for you.
Why? In the sense that tests pass because we're not testing it?
Well, as soon as you make any change,
6
it'll run the test.
Somewhere useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, running the test. That's a different thing. They might be passing at the moment. I wrestled. Nope, they're not passing at the moment.
All right.
I fussed with them for a long friggin' time, but now they're full of hate again.
Okay. We won't worry about that.
Oh, you know what? Actually, it was in the wrong directory.
We just want a feedback loop.
Right.
Currently,
that's this.
Stuff is plenty. Yeah. Okay. So now we can get rid of the 4.
All right. Get rid of the 4. Where did we put the 4? It was in Hello World.
Hello World, which should be called something different. We'll fix that later. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now when we click on feature,
it's gone.
Yay. Sorry, you're right. Complete one feedback loop before you start thinking about the next one. My mistake. Okay.
Right. We want that number to change when we do this.
Yes. Okay, but we're what 50 minutes into the stream, and do we need a little
break?
break?
Peanut Gallery likes the level of coaching.
Okay.
Oh, and the 6 is underneath the drawing. Oh, I can fix that. Let me move the drawing. Come here. No, okay. The problem is that OBS shows my cursor when it's on the screen. There's the 6.
Why can't I see the chat?
Log into Twitch.
I am logged into Twitch.
It's probably just like on a different part of the screen. Scroll down or scroll over or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't do the big monitor because I won't give up a touchscreen. Love touchscreens so much.
Yeah, and I love my mammoth monitor.
Yeah. Okay, now people can see the 6. That's useful.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, and by all means, we're streaming this in order to talk about it. So, talk about it. The banjo celebrates the 6. Next thing we're going to do is pass in the 6 from somewhere else.
Okay. Somebody asked me to lower mine.
Well, actually, we'll make it a 7 so we know when we got it. We're going to pass in this, and we're going to put this in this template-y thing, and it's going to be quantity here. And we're going to make that a prop.
Okay.
Because this is view for expect this to be passed in. And the prop is private quantity number. What? It's no initializer. Oh, you have to assure TypeScript that indeed it will be populated, which is why we set required to true, but we need to type. Okay. Okay. So now capability stock wants you to send it quantity, and it's going to use that in the number.
Okay. And what happens if we run this right now?
And then I'm passing in 7. So I'm hard coding it a level higher.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to see a 7 instead of a 6.
Right. And we'll
Oh,
hard code it
don't
higher and
use
higher.
number as a type. Use number instead. I'm not sure that works as well with view. I think it actually prefers you to do number, but I don't care. I'm not looking for runtime validation here. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? 7.
Okay, cool. So the strategy here is to move that 7 higher and higher until we can actually change it.
Louder now. Okay. Hold on. They said you're too loud. Let me fix that.
Okay.
Okay. Um,
And there's a 30-second delay before we find out if that actually works.
yeah, something about the banjo just resets Zoom's opinion of how loud you are. Okay. Now we have a 7. Make it quick. Make it commit.
Yes.
Okay. So now I would like to use an observable for that 7. Well, okay. What I actually want to do is have the clicks on feature work. Clicks feed the quantity of feature work done, which feeds the capability stock. And my larger vision for this app's architecture is that all these interconnections are defined in like one big file of business logic of
Okay.
the system definition that is completely outside of the UI stuff.
Yep.
Um,
Agreed. Let's
okay.
make it work and then make it right.
So right now that file is called important file.
Okay. Important things.
Currently, this is actually a subject of object object. It is not a subject of.
The subject of object.
Well, yeah. Do you remember? Well, no. It by object object I meant that's what gets printed out here.
Okay.
That is getting into that subject.
Okay.
And subject is just another kind of observable. But
Okay.
a subject is kind of a joint in RxJS that you can send multiple things to and slurp multiple copies of them out. So that's what I'm using for that. What I would like is to also have capability stock be a new subject of number, probably. And let's see, I can do things like say, okay, here's our new important things. And new important things. No, I need to define the constructor, Jess. Or actually, it is there. But okay, let's define the constructor. Important things like Jess. Nope.
Okay.
I made a constructor.
Okay, good. And it doesn't need a semicolon? What would happen if you ran it? What would happen if you ran it right now?
I don't know.
Okay, don't worry
I'm
about it.
going to initialize these in the constructor instead of out here.
Okay.
You are a subject of currently, hypothetically, of yes. Your public fields. What is it full of hate about now? Has no and is not definitely assigned in the constructor. How is that not definitely assigned in the constructor? Here's the fuck you button for that error.
Okay.
Um,
Is that the technical term for that character?
Today.
Okay.
It actually has a technical term. I forgot it. I had it up earlier.
Okay.
Because this is the like
We'll let our
initialization,
genius
class initialization
for us.
guarantee or something, and it is I don't know. There's a technical term for the promise that it's going to be initialized. I don't see how this is not definitely
Okay.
initialized in the constructor, but whatever TypeScript.
Okay.
My point is that I want to initialize capability stock. Actually, it's a behavior subject, but that's fine. Um, um,
To our 7 or an 8, so we know if it's changed.
to 0. I was gonna what?
This
Yes,
dot.
I did mean this dot. Right.
Okay.
Thanks, JavaScript. All right. So I think that's going to initialize it to 0. So let's see if we can read from this value instead, because my goal is that in here we wire these two up together.
Okay.
What I've succeeded at so far is wiring this to the clicks. The type
Right.
is wrong, but it is technically getting clicks.
Okay.
And
Look.
yeah, okay, so can I get this wired up to the output? And for that, we go to the hello world. Now, the hello world gets all the important things.
What would happen if we ran it right now?
Oh, that's a good question, and I don't expect any change. Except, you need to fucking blink in between your fucking clicks. Who fucking cares? Ugh. I haven't figured out how to turn off ESLint entirely. I did turn it off like per file in the tests. Expected blank line. I don't care. Then fucking put. And also, the auto fix isn't fix on save isn't working in the editor, and I put a few minutes into that. But come on,
You can do it.
come on.
Believe in yourself.
But the linting errors really increase the cycle time, especially as I discover what the rules are. Come on.
Something like that just seems
Let me
silly.
start over.
But
Right.
okay.
I just yes, I agree. And I can turn those rules off. And I have been with some of them. Mostly I just don't want linting on this project yet. I want but actually if it would just auto fix, it would be fine if because that's something it can auto fix. So the problem that I would prefer to fix is that this isn't working in my editor. I fucking put a blank line between your fucking class members, you dumb fuck.
Yes.
I think it wants another one there. All right.
15.
Oh, somebody tells me that the name of this is constructor. Why did it?
Oh.
Oh, yep, that's happy. I should
And
know
then
that.
can you take out the exclamation points?
Oh, excellent question. Yes. Okay, I
Wait,
named the
wait, wait,
constructor.
wait, wait, wait. Go back. You took out one. You could have checked right now to see
No, I
whether
did
that's.
check right now. It didn't get in. It would have
Oh,
underlined it in
okay.
the. It would have
Okay.
underlined it.
Good, good, good.
Yeah. The lack of an anger is. Okay. Let's see. We have to click it again because I restarted it, which puts it on a different port outside of the Docker container. Come on. Okay, we have a 7.
Okay.
Which was no change, which is what we expected.
Right. That's was in answer to
Okay.
my earlier
We'd like
question.
to get a 0. So what we do, hypothetically, is tell the hello world, instead of passing a 7, I want it to bind to some data in the class, that's the colon, and say important things dot capability stock. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Now, in capability stock then, here we currently have quantity, but I needed to do something else. This should print some garbage. I think it'll print some garbage. Yes, yes, look at that garbage.
Yes. Good.
Okay, so
So
now
we got
the
what we expected.
how do we get view RX? How do we get? I don't want that right now, but it to pull the value, the latest value, out of the observable instead of. I've read this a couple times, so create an observer from a value, watch it. vStream on. Okay, so this is like creating observables from the clicks. I did that part.
Hmm.
Here, bind to it normally in templates. That didn't work. Oh, but look, it was in this subscriptions thing.
Okay.
Um, okay,
So let's
so
just go copy that.
before it was a prop. It has to be a little different. Before it was a prop, and that worked, but now the prop isn't the weird thing. Okay, to pass the subscriptions thing in, we have to do this subscriptions function open close, please. Oh God. Hold on. Maybe. Oh, maybe it just wants a return value. Oh, good. I had a double of a time getting that to compile. Because it's a plugin. The ViewRx thing is a plugin that does the subscriptions thing, and so it's going to be the quantity, and that is going to be this dot, and this is where we would normally use quantity money, I think. Um,
Hmm.
so I'm just going to rename this quantity observable, um, because we want to get that in as a prop, but we want to use quantity up here. So quantity becomes a subscription as defined here. We need to tell it it has a quantity observable. Uh, it needs the bang back. Um, and then this isn't going to compile until I tell it that I figured this out earlier too. This is a capability stock. Fuck you. I, really? Really, TypeScript? Property quantity is incompatible with index signature. Type quantity number is not assignable to type record string observable any. This is a string. Oh, you know what I didn't do? It's this. Observable number. I do
Okay.
fight with TypeScript a lot, but the reason that I desperately love to use it is because I do functional programming. And when you are passing around functions and doing things like wiring together streams of values, oh my gosh, it makes such a difference to know what the types of those values are and whether you fit them together right.
Yep.
So I just, TypeScript really helps with that. Okay. Um, it might say 0 now. Oh no, it's definitely not going to work now.
Okay. Can you predict how it's not going to work?
No, I mean we can look at how it doesn't work, but I guess we
Yeah, but it's more fun to predict it.
There's nothing in there.
Okay.
But if we look at the console, we might get a nice error. Yeah. Missing required prop, quantity observable.
Okay, so when we instantiated the capability stock, we needed to pass in.
I changed the name of its parameter.
Okay.
So we go over to hello world.view. And when we talk to the capability stock, we give it a quantity observable. I can see why they used $sign to abbreviate this, but they could have used like O.
Yeah.
Okay. VS Code should autosave that and then get to work rebuilding. Are you not autosaving? Yeah, you're supposed to be. Whatever. There is. Oh yeah, I guess. No, you don't see my. Do you see my face at the moment? Is my camera working for you?
No.
No. Okay. Actually could put it on stream. Did we get a 0? No, we got a different one. Did we get a no, that looks like the same error, missing required prop quantity observable. I wonder if it, oh, me. I wonder if it, did I put it in the wrong place or something? That's it, but whatever. Okay. Capability stock, quantity observable, important things dot capability stock. When in doubt, refresh the page.
Now I see your face on the stream, but I don't see it.
Yeah, the Zoom just isn't working for that.
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't get the error. We also don't see a 0.
Did you click on features? Should we see something? Oh, we should see 0.
Yeah, I would hope to see 0. We got empty. Okay. Right. So I have an idea.
Okay, what's your idea? Do you want to just do it or do you want to explain it to me?
I want to be able to access this window dot things equals important things.
Okay, so now we have a global variable.
TS ignore. Oh, come on. Oh, how do you do it? Nope. Oh, damn it. Control dot. No. Global this? What? Window dot. Look, I don't care. I just want, I don't care, TypeScript. I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. I forgot how to get TypeScript to ignore something. Let me look up the spell again.
Okay.
TS ignore line. Is it at TS ignore? There it is.
Like
There's an at. Whatever. Always some new spell.
Well, as any number of fairy tales attest, these small differences make a big difference.
Yeah. One of the things that's different from Magic and programming is that with Magic you don't have to be specific. It magically sort of reads your intention. You're like, I cast it in the direction of that monster, and you roll a die and it hits the monster or doesn't. You don't actually have to calculate the vector toward that monster.
Yeah, although there are also plenty of genie stories of wishes fulfilled that weren't exactly what the intention was.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. What happened here? I don't know. Reload.
we're not seeing our 0.
Right. The only thing I changed was to make it possible that maybe I can get to things. There it is. Check
Okay.
that out.
Okay.
Uh, so if I subscribed to that
There you go. Yep.
subject, then it would hate me because I need a closing. Okay. It didn't do anything.
So now when you click on the circle, we should get a
Oh,
number.
no, that's not wired together. I'm just trying to get it to take the 0 from one that I put a 0 in. A
Okay,
subject that I put at the 0 in. I haven't got as far as wiring together. I'm trying to display a number from an observable.
okay.
Uh, I mean, at this point, I know so little about what's wrong.
So if you say things dot capability stock dot whatever, then next. Okay, good. Excellent. And we get a fart on the screen too.
Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right, that's good to know.
Now we have reduced our problem to updating capability stock.
Okay. Okay. Yes. I think what we really want here is a behavior subject. A behavior subject always has a value.
Okay. And this is view magic.
No, this is RxJS.
Okay.
RxJS. I do not have this thing here. So this one, behavior subject. I'm pretty sure that if we use a behavior subject, then it will like kind of always have a value. Requires an initial value and emits its current value whenever it is subscribed to. So we probably just change that subject to behavior subject. Where am I? Uh-oh, I have an extra cookie clicker open and it only has 309 cookies. What a waste of CPU. Okay. VS Code, VS Code. Important things. I think that capability stock kind of is a behavior subject, whereas feature work done is not because it really represents a flow, not a stock. It's the flow of clicks.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not following the distinction, but I'm not sure it's important because
Well, I
I
mean, the
want our game to be a
stock.
little more gamey.
All right, start at 0. Let's see what this does.
So now do you expect to see the 0 at the beginning?
Yes, I am hoping that we will now see the 0 at the beginning. I'm also
Hoping.
very pleased with myself that this let us futz around with things in the console.
Yes. Console can be the shortest feedback loop.
Yeah. I had that trick from Eric Evans.
I learned it from Ward.
Nice. Where were we? Feature clicker. How are you clicking? I don't care. Yes, Lynn. I don't care. I don't care.
Okay, 13.
I guess I should spend a few minutes on completely disable TS-Lint for now. It's angry that.
I will make a note of it.
I have spent. This is one of those things that it's a yak. Whenever I hit it, I go grr, and the second time I go grr, and the third time I give it 2 to 5 minutes, and it's had the 2 to 5 minutes, and I didn't figure it out. But as I hit a couple more grrs, I will then give it 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's at that point now.
Yeah, the exponentially increasing.
0. Yeah. Oh, I think that deserves a banjo.
Okay. This is like this is what we do instead of cigarette breaks.
Okay, I feel more relaxed now.
Good.
Do you think a person should learn guitar before banjo?
Yes.
Okay.
Likely. It's easier to get to sound not sucky on guitar.
Hmm.
And making that transition is really valuable because so I tried to play a fiddle for a whole summer once and I never sounded not sucky and I just gave up on it.
Mm.
So you want the positive feedback loop where the more
Mm.
you practice, the better you sound. And if you only ever sound awful,
Mm. Yeah, then
then
it's like working on an app that stays hideous.
yeah, you just give up on it.
Cool. Okay, so now we have both ends of our pipeline
Okay.
happening. That's exciting.
Okay.
Um, Get
And,
commit.
and are we way overdue for a commit?
Yeah.
Okay.
The capability number is displayed from an observable. All right. Now all we have to do is wire these two together. This is the fun part.
Okay.
Um,
Wiring it is.
yeah. So I think, well, let's
Hmm.
start by feature work done dot subscribe capability stock.
Hmm.
I'm going to need to move this into the constructor where the code goes and put some thises in front of it. Bummer. Uh, word, feature word. Um, hmm. Damn. Okay. So how do I give a behavior subject a new value? Because I know a subject can be an observer of this observable, but the behavior subject doesn't seem to want to be.
So so when question about where is the +1 gonna go? Is it gonna go in important things or
Right.
is it gonna is,
In important things. Yes.
okay.
Yes, because that's our business logic of how is this stock in the system affected by this flow.
So important things we'll be able to say add one feature to it. There'll be a message to important things, add one feature.
Um,
Correct? Am I
yes.
getting it
Right now,
right?
a click is a feature.
Yep.
Um, yeah, so that is, I don't care about multiple blank lines, but I do care about this compiler. I do care that I'm not using the behavior subject wrong. Right, well, um, why can you not subscribe? I need to get an observer out of you. Variance of subject that requires and emits its current value whenever it's subscribed to. So it just always has a thing. But it doesn't, it extends subject, therefore it must be an observer, because subject extends observer. Special type of observable that allows values to be multicasted. Um, yeah, but you should be able to subscribe to a different one. That was in like the as observable. No. Overview. Subjects. See, that's just calling next. Here, observable.subscribe subject. You can subscribe providing a subject. And now it says that it doesn't work. Behavior subject is not a next. Oh, okay. I think this is actually about the type parameter. This isn't actually yes, so we can find that out by changing that. And for that to work, we have to change this, which I don't care. Aha. Okay, now it's happy.
Okay.
Now.
And now, is it going to behave? If we ran it now, what do we get?
My theory is that what we'll get is object instead of 0. Oh, no. After the first we'll get 0. And after that, it'll print object because that's what's actually being emitted by this.
Okay.
Let's try it. Okay, move you. Click over there. There's, okay. Right, I'm going to refresh this to make sure it's really giving me a 0 right now. Okay, now I'm going to click. Haha! Well, yes, I got an object. It printed it better. Then over here, it just prints object, but over here, it prints, you can't see it because of the drawing. The drawing isn't helping anybody right now. Let me turn the drawing off.
I see it. No, I see it.
No, you see it. Other people don't see it. Which one is the drawing?
Oh, I see. Yes, yeah.
Document camp. There we go. Okay, now they can see it. Event is trusted true. That's not a very exciting event, but it happens to be what we're getting from a click. So I would like to translate those clicks to units, and I would like behavior subject to start adding them. Yeah, so that's awesome.
It's progress.
It is progress.
And progress is awesome.
Yeah. So the behaviors, and it's also worthy of a commit.
Yeah.
They're wired together. Now, one thing I could do is make this not a lie. For every feature work done, we could output a 1 instead. Because if we come in here, okay, do work is getting subscribed to the clicks. And we subscribe that directly to clicks. And this doesn't actually do anything, I don't think. I just wanted it to know that it's this kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, okay, I don't know how to do it there. We'll come back here. This dot capability stock dot pipe. So you take that and you give it some functions to do something with. Oh man. And this is where the types sometimes really help you, because if you get the types right, then it's probably what you meant. But this isn't the best. Type complete is missing in type, but then whenever it overloads, oh wow, would you give me the entire error message? VS Code. No, I want the, fuck. You know what? This might give me the entire error message on the console, because That is not going to fit in any sort of little window.
There you go.
Did you mean map? Oh, I need to import map. That's not a standard JavaScript map. I need to import it.
From Marks. Yeah.
It's not quite in there. It's in, I think, RxJS operators. Another thing that I can't get working in this project is, what's it called? Okay, I'm going to go consult the documentation. Hopefully the documentation includes what the F you have to effing import. It does. It's great. RxJS/operators. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Please,
There's a
please work.
Yeah.
Ah, thank you.
It's a lot you have to remember.
Yeah. A TypeScript doesn't. Auto import is not working in this project, and I don't know why.
I'll add it to the list.
It got the 5 minutes. That didn't help. I'm not looking for array map, y'all. I'm looking for this map. This map right here. That map. Can you tell what map I meant? It's not that one. No, it is that one. Observable R, yes. Okay. I am going to ask this to please give me another real type error. Okay. Type observable number provides no match for the signature value number void. This is not returning void. It's returning 1. Observable number. So I expect I should make another thing and pull this out and see what type it is.
Okay. Yeah, when I get stuck in something nested like this, I want to either move inside out or outside in.
Yeah, and types help with, okay, what is the type of thing? It is an observable number. Great. Isn't that, okay. Oh, oh, that's, okay, I'm a dork. Shut up, do what I want. Thing. I was modifying the wrong side of that. I wanted to modify the source, and I was modifying the destination, which didn't make any sense. Okay.
And semicolon on line 16?
Yeah, that'll make it less angry at me. It actually, the default settings were no semicolons allowed, and I couldn't handle it. I was like, I can be consistent one way or another, but that's a lie. I can only be consistent with semicolons, not without.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Hold on.
So now
it's full of hate. Oh my God. It doesn't like this semicolon. A is defined but never used. Don't care. Okay. Maybe it worked. Okay, so I changed everything to 1. So hypothetically, if this works, what? Why are you in there?
Refresh.
Reference error map is not defined. I don't care. Yeah, good call. I don't know. I didn't need the debugger. Okay. Okay. It might change to 1. And then stays at 1. Okay.
Woo! Okay. Commit.
Oh my God.
I'd like to, so we've been at this an hour and a half. I'd like to see it increment past 1.
Right. And then push.
And then, yeah, I'm good.
Which triggers a deploy.
Good.
All we have to do is change this into a reduce. That might actually work.
Okay.
Hold on. This, I'm going to call this an object.
Should we have committed before
An object.
making these changes?
I did.
Okay.
Where's right here?
That's that
Okay,
one.
that's good. Okay, I've got these wrong numbers. These in the wrong order then. Before new value. Oh, in reduce, I probably need to give it a starting accumulator. Where does that go before or after the function? There we go. So that starts, here comes the new value. The new value is an object that I don't care about. I don't care what it is. That's just that event. In fact, this is driving me nuts. Export, no, not export. Type what we click event. Click on feature work. Equals. I just need a type alias here because this is a thing with a name. What it means is there's a click on feature work. It happens to come through as a click event. I don't care. Somebody clicked on feature work. That's the information you're getting.
Okay. So did you just make 2 changes at one time?
Yeah, I did that rename.
Okay.
I changed the type of that from number, which was not accurate, to object, which happened to be accurate, just so that I could get typing on these.
Yeah.
So that I could get this function right.
Got
That's
it.
why I type script.
Okay. So now does it behave?
0,
Mm-hmm.
1,
Mm-hmm.
0.
And?
Never mind, 0. 0. 0. Dun, dun, dun. It doesn't work.
Okay.
So I was hoping.
Can you put a console show in
I can.
line 17? Just like, is this even being invoked? That's my first question.
Right. Are we getting anything? Reduce accumulator. That's the function, which gets accumulator before, and it returns the new accumulator, right? R, yeah. I'm surprised that didn't work. I can put a console.log right here. Console.log. Before our accumulator so far, before incoming A.
Underscore A. Oh,
I'll
real A.
probably yell at me for having the underscore if I actually use it. That's my theory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, you making a freaking semicolon.
Wait, didn't you just say that you insist on having semicolons?
Yeah,
And then it insisted on you having semicolons.
Right. Yeah, it's a console.log. Do you think I really want to even leave it there? I don't. I actually want to turn off ESLint for this development session is what I want. But okay, click. So far 0 incoming thing. So far 1 incoming thing.
But
okay.
So the number's going up, but the text
This
is not updating.
0. Yeah. Okay. And when we made thing, we made it as the pipe. And then we subscribed capability stock to it, but it didn't seem to update.
But that's feature work done. How does the increased number get from feature work done into the capability stock?
Through thing.
It pipes. I'm still not seeing it.
So feature work done gets piped through reduce, and the resulting observable is called thing.
Yeah. And then thing, we subscribe the capability stock to that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So where in
So
like
this.
once the capability stock is notified, where's that? Yeah, I'm still not getting how the number gets updated.
Well, so okay. The feature work done is an observable of clicks.
Mm-hmm.
And we take that observable and we pipe it through this reduce,
Mm-hmm.
which okay, maybe reduce doesn't emit the value as it goes along. Because I was thinking that reduce would emit the value, the accumulator every time. So you would get an observable of accumulator values as it goes.
Okay.
And so then thing is an observable of number because that's the value of the accumulator. But now I think probably the reduce doesn't work the way I thought it did because I thought it would emit a value every time it got an accumulator. But maybe not. Returns the accumulated result when the source completes. That is definitely not what I wanted. I wanted it um, to emit. Here's probably what we want: count. Nope, emits that number when the source completes. See, that's not. I want it to emit every time. Um, um, okay, how do I get one that emits the ongoing count? Max, min, reduce. No, no. I want to change each emitted value. I want to spy. I want to allow some values to pass. Look, there's an operator decision trees.
Nice.
Yeah. What is so hard about emitting an accumulated count? I'm sad. Yeah. I mean, this should not be a custom thing. This is not a custom thing. Don't care about your marble diagrams. Look, I just transformation operators. Scan window, pluck, partition, merge scan. What is so frickin' hard about this? What is map 2? Oh, it just maps to a constant. Okay. This is ridiculous. I mean, I can do something dumbass like capture a close over something in map and accumulate it, but that's just dumb. Uh, hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I am out of ideas.
This is ridiculous. It just emit a freaking count. All right. Okay.
Do you have the bad way to do it in mind? This seems like a very make it run, make it right moment where
Yeah.
you have a clean solution in mind, but it
Um,
would be better to have any solution than none.
okay, sure. We're going to map over A. This is so stupid. Check this out.
Okay. Should that be const?
Oh, yeah, it should be bar. Thanks. It doesn't let me put those in.
Hence the saying constants aren't and variables won't.
It's a bad variable, so I have to
Yeah.
name it
Yeah, absolutely.
badly.
Does it take that first?
But okay, whatever. That's a good idea. Use is defined but never used. That's just a warning. I don't have to fix it. Okay. Does it? What'd you say? Does it take the
Line 21, the 0?
Oh, no, it's gonna
You're not.
ignore that.
Okay.
Probably. Thanks. Okay.
Now,
It's stupid, but it works.
okay. So, on that victorious moment, I'm calling it.
Yeah. Making a
Yeah,
commit.
it'd be interesting to look at this as a pull request and see what we can
Oh,
deduce
okay.
about the system that we're using to build it.
All right. Get commit dash m. Well, it works, but it's stupid. I mean,
Which is
somebody can tell me how to do this in RxJS.
better than not working and
Yes.
stupid, because we learned something.
Okay, we can
And
make a branch.
we got a little serotonin jolt for making something work. At the same time that shame will drive us to come back and fix it.
Yeah. Okay, where do I need to be? I also don't have my SSH creds mapped into my Docker container, so feature clicker. I just go in my WSL terminal. Get push -u origin capability stock. GitHub. I should make a link to our repo from the feature clicker page. I did make a link back. You can get to production from here. Is a number and it goes up with clicks. There has to be a better way
Yes.
to pipe and get a continual accumulation of countiness. There are some examples of this, I think. I just have to figure out what the correct operator is. But there you go. Now you have a pull request.
There you go. Jessica, what a pleasure. I will play us out.
Oh, great.
And then I'm going to go have some lunch.
Woo!
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks, people,
you.
for watching.